it, though. We start with the battle of the legends yesterday. Rodgers, Brady. When you're a legend, you can wear a shirt with a picture of yourself on it that says greatness lasts forever. How do we feel about that, RC?
I love it. This is a guy that had his own documentary while playing. Why not wear your own face on your shirt?
Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers may have found a friend, and his name is Romeo Dobbs.
He had a good afternoon, the Rook. I love that down in the red zone. Catch and throw, put it on his body.
Romeo, wherefore art thou? And then it's Packers, Rodgers, this time Alan Lazard. Rodgers had himself a good day.
Yeah, subtlety on that. Move the backers. Make sure you put it on Lazard's big frame.
This was going to be a blowout. The Packers were on their way to running the Bucs out of their own building. This is Randall Cobb. They're up 14-3, and then this play turns the game.
You would fumble if you got hit by 350 as well. Aaron Jones is going to get sandwiched in between Levante David and the defensive tackle dropping underneath.
And so now we're going the other way, but then it's Brashad. He fumbles the football. We go to halftime, 14-3 Green Bay. Tampa has still not scored a first-half touchdown this season. Early third quarter. Aaron Rodgers never throws interceptions, RC, except against the Bucs.
This is a great play, though. This is a one. Robert Logan Ryan is lurking, and you can see him coming from the opposite side of the slot, which is where you insert. Aaron Rodgers never saw it.
And then the pass rush, Rex. We know Tampa can get after the quarterback, and they get after Rodgers here.
Man, you're not kidding. And that's something that I think is a problem in Green Bay right there. You better protect that man.
Yeah, and so Rodgers goes down, so the Packers are forced to punt. So the Buccaneers, who had no offense all day, have a chance, and they move the ball right down the field, Danny.
Yeah, Green Bay softened up defensively, and Tom did a good job getting the ball out. They ran no huddle and really helped them.
30 seconds to play. It's a one-score game. Brady breaks, incomplete flag. Good call?
Absolutely the right call. Yeah. You can see the tug by 31. If he doesn't, Cam Brate's going to win on that outbreaker.
So the Bucs get a first down at the 2. 3rd and goal. 18 seconds left from the 1. Who's he looking for? Russell Gage.
The only guy he's got left. He peeks Rasul Douglas, realized he could fit that ball right on the back hip of Russell Gage.
Play clock may have run out before they got that snap off, and then that sets up the 2-point play for the tie. Watch the play clock. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. How do they let that happen?
Lack of communication. You're trying to get multiple plays. You got different bodies. Brady's trying to change at the line of scrimmage. This is their clip right here. We don't have any timeouts left. I can't stop the clock.
And so they've got to go for the 2 from the 7-yard line, and here's your ball game.
And I got no Mike Evans. With Green Bay's defense and as good as they are, with no Mike Evans down there, 4th and 7 to go, essentially, got no shot.
14-12. Rodgers beats Brady in week 3.
I have a ton of respect for him. He's been a trailblazer at the position for a long time. I'm thankful to be in the conversation with some all-time greats in this generation. I feel like I'm in that conversation. Been a lot of fun competing against Tom over the years, and it's always nice coming out on top because it hasn't happened that many times.
Too many plays where we were behind the sticks and not good on 3rd down, and penalties, turnovers, missed opportunities. And, defense played great. We got to play better on offense. We got to do a lot better job. We haven't scored many points all season, so 3 games, we got to get a lot better.
All right, so Green Bay gets the win. Rex, when was this game decided?
It was decided when Mike Evans was suspended. They had no chance. I mean, literally no chance. Russell Gage he had 1 million targets in that game, and he's the average he's a 4th receiver at best, and that's your go-to guy. They had literally no chance. Red zone, you get down there, could they have used Mike Evans in the red zone? Please. Absolutely, that game was lost right then.
So as Brady stands there, RC, and says we need to get much better on offense, there is reason to think they're going to get much better on offense.
Absolutely. Listen, Tom Brady has to feel like this is deja vu from 2019 when he was finishing with the New England Patriots and he had to cuss and scream and fuss every single week. But that's not how this started, and that's probably not how this is going to end. And so if you're Tom Brady, you continue to lean on this defense. You lean on the run game if you're Todd Bowles and a great defense. You were still in this game. For as bad as they played early, for as much as you felt like they were dominating, you had an opportunity to get a 2-point conversion. And if your all-time great quarterback, the greatest that's ever played, one of the best time clock managers in the entire world, gets to delay a game on a 2-point conversion, that actually ain't your fault. That's his fault. And so when you look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you come out of this game upset because your expectations are set so high, but you'll get better.
Well, they barely get the snap off, if they even did, on the touchdown play that preceded the 2-point conversion. And and then they get the play clock penalty there. Is that on the quarterback?
No, it's on all the moving parts.
Yeah,
you know,
no
it's guys that haven't had a ton of reps in that situation. It's getting the play calling. You could see Fournette having to go from up close to back, shifts in motions. The fact that I think it's a real big kind of, it's difficult when you have all those new pieces having to play in that very situational football moment. It's not a 1st and 10 play call. It's a 4th and got to have it play call.
That said, in a game in which his team only scored 14 points, Aaron Rodgers had himself a very good day against a very good defense.
Candidly, Aaron Rodgers was flawless. Outside of one mistake on that interception where you're talking about by Logan Ryan, he made so many big-time decisions. You see in the bootleg game, Greeny, like his way to lull the defense. I mean, that's a huge play because it's covered. This is a huge play. He's going to get the defender, Carlton Davis, to suck back inside, and then he gets that flat route. These are easy throws, but they don't happen by mistake. This touchdown, catch the ball, flip, make the linebackers move, and then put it on Allen Lazard. So I thought he was flawless when it came to decision-making, the subtlety and nuance that he helped guys get open. Outside of that one mistake, man,
the other piece, though, is this, Danny. You think about the entire offseason, we talked about the ways this team had to win, and you mentioned a lot of those the first week in the loss against Minnesota. But this is how well Aaron Rodgers has to play for this team to win football games. It has to be run game. It has to be defense. But it's going to be him making this team better in the pass game than his part.
And I think what you got to love is the fact that their defense in the last 2 weeks has played phenomenal football. That's allowing Aaron to be a little bit more patient. We saw Dobbs last week get a little bit more involved. Yesterday, a lot more involved. If he starts to play better football, they got Allen, those two backs, when they get in their two-back game, there's so much flexibility and variety that they can go with it. On the backs of a great defense or really good defense, they can get up to speed offensively.
Yeah, I want to pump the brakes on them, and here's why. You talked about Aaron Rodgers, how great he played, and I agree with that, okay? And this Dobbs coming in there and having bigger numbers. They scored 14 points.
That's right.
They scored 14 points, and you're going against a team that had no chance against anybody on offense. So I'm pumping my brakes a little bit on this football team. I still think this team, desperately misses Davante Adams.
Sure.
We're going to talk about Dobbs or whatever. Yeah, okay, and some of the plays Rodgers makes, again, flawless, and they score 14 points.
Desperately misses Davante. Can they be good enough to win the Super Bowl? Yes, both of those things can be true.
See, I don't think so. I think this team's much worse.
That's
much worse without Davante Adams.
When looking at this game in totality, you sit around and you say, which one of these teams can win a Super Bowl? As constructed yesterday, neither. Right? Neither of them can win. Do you feel like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the team that has an opportunity to grow more offensively than the Green Bay Packers?
Ryan, can I say this right here? All right? No way we would want to play against a Tom Brady team or an Aaron Rodgers team, right? Because they're two of the greatest ever, right? I'd sign up right now to play these teams.
But
right now.
When Mike Evans comes back and Chris Godwin comes back,
no,
I'm
not crazy.
And on the other side, a little bit. He may miss Davante Adams, but Davante Adams still hasn't won a game this year without Aaron Rodgers. Meanwhile, game of the day yesterday, South Florida. Take us there.